General Hospital spoilers for Friday, July 31st. Something about that moment stayed with me. The one where Ethan Lovett suddenly realized he had to run. If you look at Ethan's recent history, he has been the one holding the cards. He took a bullet to the behind to protect Ava Jerome at the gallery. He dragged her to see Sonny Corinthos. And he has been expertly dodging her fierce interrogations about his delirious confession regarding Phoebe's paternity. Ethan is a survivor, a grifter who knows how to talk his way out of a corner or manipulate a situation to his advantage. He was just starting to build a genuine romantic connection with Ava, settling into a rhythm of dangerous flirtation and mutual blackmail. But the very second the mysterious business executive named Hudson arrived in Port Charles, all of Ethan's bravado evaporated. It was not just a strategic retreat. It was sheer, unadulterated panic. He dropped everything, halted his romance with Ava, and fled. At first, it didn't seem important, just another one of Ethan's classic disappearing acts, but the sheer terror in his departure paints a completely different picture. I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I started following the thread of this sudden escape. Hudson did not just wander into Port Charles for a scenic view of the harbor. He is actively searching for a specific person. We know Ava has been relentlessly investigating the mystery of Phoebe's biological father ever since Ethan confessed while bleeding out that the child wasn't his. Ava even considered stealing a DNA sample to conduct a secret paternity test. Now, a powerful, mysterious man arrives in town, and the man who claimed to be Phoebe's father runs for his life. The pieces are slowly starting to connect in my mind. Hudson could very well be searching for Delilah Wilson, or perhaps he is the actual biological father of Phoebe, tracking down the man who has been involved in the child's life. Ethan's immediate flight tells us that Hudson possesses a secret or a threat so dangerous that Ethan could not even risk a conversation. The more I think about it, the more I realize that Ethan's disappearance is just the first domino in a very long chain. While Ava is left standing in the gallery with her questions echoing in the silence, another massive conflict is brewing over at the Metro Court Pool. Brook Lynn Quartermain is taking a fiercely territorial stance against Willow Kane. Brook Lynn is loudly reassuring Michael Corinthos that she will never, under any circumstances, allow Willow to steal Harrison Chase away from her. On the surface, this looks like standard marital jealousy. Willow and Chase share a complicated history, and with rumors swirling about Willow divorcing Drew Kane, it makes sense that Brook Lynn would want to mark her territory. But as we walk down this dark corridor, the actual narrative begins to take shape, and it has absolutely nothing to do with romantic insecurity. There is a shadow beneath the story here, a hidden motivation driving Brook Lynn's aggressive behavior. Brook Lynn is the actual hit-and-run driver who struck Jordan Ashford. She fled the scene, leaving Jordan injured, and then she orchestrated a massive, reckless plot to frame Willow for the crime. With the help of Lucy Coe's witness statement and Brick's expert tampering of Willow's SUV GPS logs, Brook Lynn essentially painted a massive target on Willow's back. Willow is currently facing severe legal trouble, clashing with ADA, Justine Turner, and desperately begging Chase to lie for her. Brook Lynn's fierce confrontation is not about protecting her marriage from a romantic rival. It is a desperate, panicked attempt to control the narrative. She is projecting her overwhelming guilt and fear onto Willow. By painting Willow as a threat to her marriage, Brook Lynn is trying to distract everyone, especially Chase, from the terrifying reality that she is the one who committed the crime. Maybe there's another layer here, one that extends far beyond the Quartermain mansion and right into the boardroom of deception. The corporate power struggle is reaching a boiling point, and Lucy Coe has brought in a wild card, her adopted daughter, Serena Baldwin. Serena has returned to Port Charles with a new face and a lot of questions. She immediately corners Lucy, demanding to know the real hidden motives for being summoned back to town. Lucy admits she needs serious backup at Deception to handle the ongoing war. But this is where the unseen connections start to weave together. Over at the Quartermain estate, Tracy is having a private, highly secretive meeting with Stella Henry. Tracy is outlining a brand new, ruthless plan smugly noting that torturing Lucy Coe will just be an unexpected bonus of her strategy. It doesn't seem accidental that Tracy is feeling this confident right at the exact moment Serena arrives. Tracy is a master tactician, but she has a massive blind spot when it comes to underestimating the bonds of family. Tracy believes she has Lucy cornered, entirely unaware that Serena is ready to jump into the trenches to defend her mother's legacy. If Serena manages to uncover the specific details of Tracy's secret plan with Stella, the entire corporate dynamic at Deception could flip overnight. Tracy is setting a trap for Lucy, but she might be the one who ends up walking right into a devastating ambush. The arrogance of the Quartermain matriarch might finally be her undoing, especially when she realizes that her calculations completely miss the arrival of a fiercely loyal daughter. I keep wondering whether these surface conflicts are just distractions from the truly devastating secrets buried in this town. Take Jason Morgan and Anna Devane, for example. Jason has just returned to Port Charles, a changed man after his harrowing captivity with the WSB. He has decided to leave Sonny Corinthos' mob organization to prioritize his son, Danny. He sits down with Anna, and the two veterans of Port Charles's darkest wars share a quiet, reflective conversation about everything they have survived. But Anna is not just a sympathetic ear. She is the police chief, and she is currently investigating the chaotic shooting on the pier, trying to untangle the mess left behind by Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell. Furthermore, Anna is secretly battling dangerous, haunting hallucinations of Peter August that are pushing her down a destructive path. During this deep conversation, the shadow of Cassius Phazon looms large. Cassius, who impersonated his twin brother Nathan West, caused immense pain to everyone, especially Lulu Spencer and James West. Anna has been pushing Felicia to investigate the twin deception, but she needs hard proof. I suspect Anna is going to use this moment of vulnerability to push Jason about Britt Westbourne. Anna likely suspects, or flat out knows, that Britt was aware of Cassius Phazon's twin deception from the very beginning. Jason is now trapped in a terrible dilemma. Britt just slapped him across the face in a highly tense reunion, heartbroken that he didn't rush to her side the moment he returned. Does Jason protect the woman he once loved, keeping her complicity a secret, or does he hand Anna the truth she needs to close the book on the Phazon nightmare? What if we're missing something about the tension building at General Hospital? It is not just about the emotional fallout of Jason's return, it is about the structural changes happening in the corridors. Doctor. Tristan Roberts has arrived, and he is wasting absolutely no time laying down strict, unyielding rules. Britt Westbourne, who is already reeling from the shock that her Huntington's disease diagnosis was a cruel fake orchestrated by Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell, is in no mood for authority. She survived a near-death experience in Tortola, was arrested for kidnapping Rocco Falconeri, and was extradited back to a jail cell before finally getting her freedom. Now, she is trying to get her job back at the hospital, and Tristan's rigid protocols are pushing her to the brink. The explosive confrontations between Tristan and Britt are increasing the temperature in the hospital, creating an environment where one wrong word could ignite a massive fire. I can't shake the feeling that the hospital is becoming a secondary battleground for the town's legal wars. Amidst the clashes with Tristan, Britt finds herself listening to a deeply personal and dangerous confession from Isaiah Gannon. Isaiah was brutalized by Curtis Ashford, an assault that led to Curtis facing serious charges and a potential stint in Pentonville. While Portia Robinson is busy giving birth and considering changing her testimony to save her husband from prison, Isaiah is quietly building his arsenal. He vents to Britt, making it crystal clear that his ultimate goal is not just to see Curtis punished for the assault, but to completely take him down in court. Isaiah is furious, vindicated, and out for blood. The legal battle over this assault is not going to be a simple plea deal. It is going to be a total war, and Isaiah is actively recruiting allies who understand what it means to be wronged. As we look at all these moving pieces, the picture becomes incredibly complex. Isaiah is plotting his legal revenge against Curtis. Tristan is pushing Britt to her absolute breaking point. Jason is weighing his loyalty to Britt against Anna's relentless pursuit of the truth. Tracy is marching blindly toward a corporate bloodbath with Serena and Lucy. Brook Lynn is screaming at Willow to hide the fact that she is a criminal who left Jordan Ashford bleeding on the road. Every single person is operating out of fear, guilt, or desperate need for revenge. They are all building their own little fortresses, convinced that their secrets are safe behind the walls they have constructed. But I keep coming back to Ethan Lovett and the mysterious Hudson. While everyone else is fighting their loud, messy battles in public, Ethan's silent, terrified flight is the most alarming signal of all. Something feels unfinished about the way he left Ava standing there. Hudson did not come to Port Charles to play corporate games or argue over hospital protocols. He came with a purpose so terrifying that a seasoned grifter like Ethan chose to abandon his life rather than face him. The secret surrounding Phoebe's paternity, Delilah Wilson, and whatever dark history Ethan is running from are still lurking in the shadows. The rest of the town might be distracted by their own drama, but the arrival of Hudson feels like a lit match slowly burning its way toward a massive powder keg. We are walking through this dark hallway together, and while we can see the outlines of the doors, we still have no idea what monsters are waiting behind them.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.